All right, now let's get it. RLCS Season 9, Week 7 predictions. I told you guys that this predictions video might be coming out a little later in the week. And I'm recording this on, what day is today? Thursday. So I need to get this video out by tomorrow because the matches are Saturday. So I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible so I don't have to spend 7 hours editing this video. And then you guys can actually see it by tomorrow. So yeah, let's get right into it. If you guys do enjoy, hit subscribe. Let's go. So first match of Week 7, we have Cloud9 versus Sonics. Now, actually don't know. So Cloud9 just beat NRG. Never expected that to happen. I'm still going to go with Sonics for this match just because Cloud9 are currently at 2 wins. Sonics are currently at 5 wins. Sonics have just looked like the better team. Sonics are in 2nd place. Cloud9 is they're in 6th. I mean, Cloud9 is slowly but surely avoiding relegation. And Pittsburgh Knights, man, if United gets one more win and Pittsburgh Knights doesn't, I mean, I should be talking about this during the Pittsburgh United game, but I mean, bad things could happen to them. We're talking about game differential now. If Cloud9 just take maybe 1 or 2 games off of Sonics, I think they're looking good as far as game differential goes. But yeah, I have Sonics beating them. Let's go 3-1. I don't trust in Cloud9. I think that beating NRG was like it's like a one-hit wonder. It's not gonna happen again. But yeah, Space Station versus Rogue. I can't go against my boy Space Station, but after what we saw last week from Rogue, I can see Rogue making this a very competitive match. I don't think Rogue has what it takes to beat SSG, just because SSG is they're just so consistent. SSG, Sonics, and then FC Barcelona are the 3 teams in all of league play that have been consistent every single week. They're just consistently at their peak, consistently good. And I will not vote against SSG in this matchup. They just have always shown up, always proven their abilities. So yeah, I'm gonna give it. Let's make it interesting. I'll give it 3-2. I think Rogue definitely has the potential to make it a good match. A good match. And then this is Sonic's doubleheader week. I think Sonic sweep Flight. I mean, for obvious reasons, Flight is 1-6. They're minus 11 in game differential. Yeah, I have no faith in Flight to do anything. Flight's looking at that auto relegation spot. Unfortunate for them, but hey, someone has to take the L. So yeah, we're gonna go Sonics 3-0, and then Ghost Gaming versus Cloud9. Now this is another match where if Cloud9 can play like they did last week, they can definitely make it competitive. But I mean, Ghost Gaming they're coming off a win against G2. Ghost Gaming is the only team in all of league play to beat G2. Ghost Gaming has one of the best offenses in the entire RLCS. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say 3-1 for Ghost Gaming. Again, Ghost Gaming is another one of those super consistent teams. I mean, Atomic always shows up. Atomic, just one of the top 3 players in North America for sure, and that's just not a team you can vote against. A lot of these matches for Week 7, it doesn't feel like there'll be any upsets, but I hope there is. Upsets are always really cool. And then PK versus United. This is, in my opinion, this is so I think there are 2 matches of the week. So it sounds kind of dumb. NRG versus G2, obviously match of the week. But PK versus United. PK is ranked number 7, and United is ranked number 8. Both of them are sitting at 2 and 5. The loser of this match is looking at a relegation spot potentially, or a relegation tournament spot. This is a huge match. Huge. If PK win this, they'll be put above Cloud9 at spot number 6. Cloud9 will move down to 7. But if United win this, United move above Cloud9 and PK move down to number 8. It's just a lot of stuff going on. And if Cloud9 lose both of their matches this week, they're looking at a relegation tournament spot as well. It's just, there's a lot. So Cloud9 sitting at 2 and 4 at 6th place, but then Ghost Gaming at 5th place, 4 and 3. There's an obvious gap between the top 5 in North America and then the bottom 5. I don't think any of these teams in the bottom 5 have a chance to make number 5 or up, just because those top 5 teams are looking so strong, so good. I mean, there's a huge gap between these skill teams, right? There are 4 teams sitting at 5 wins. Anyone could take that number 1 spot, and that's going to lead us into NRG versus G2. This game right here could be the only chance that G2 or Energy have at a top 2 spot or a top 1 spot. Whoever wins this match, I think will be... No, they won't be guaranteed top 2 because Sonic should be coming off 2 wins. Wow, yeah, it's crazy. Let's put it this way. Those top 4 teams, these big 4 in North America, if any of them lose, I think that they're going to be out of top 1 for sure. And they might be out of top 2, right? I think that Sonics has to win both games this week. SSG has to win their game. And then G2 versus NRG. Whoever loses between G2 and NRG will be out of top 2, which is crazy to think about. Yeah, so NRG versus G2. This is a must win for those 2 teams to get that top 2 spot. Yeah, all right, so that's the week 7 predictions. Let's go on to Europe. Dignitas versus Endpoint. 3-0. 3-0. Dignitas is one of the best teams in the world. Endpoint, they're ranked number 7, so I just don't have too much faith in them to beat Dignitas, who's ranked number 2, sitting at 5-1, about to be 6-1. Could be a 3-1, but I'm gonna guess 3-0. Reciprocity versus TSM. Reciprocity really likes to keep it close with these bottom tier teams. I'm gonna give it 3-2 in favor of Reciprocity, just because for some reason Reciprocity's been not playing well. They've been taking a bunch of shots on net. Non-quality shots. They play down to their opponents, but they play just good enough to keep winning. But they keep it a lot closer than it should be. I don't think Rec will lose this. I mean, Rec still wins the matches they should win. I want to see a little bit more from Rec. I think Rec is looking at let's put it this way: if Rec plays any worse, they will not be a top 6 team. Endpoint is ranked number 7 right now, by the way. And Rec is ranked number 6. However, Rec is at 4-3, Endpoint is at 2-4. Again, 6 and 7 spot for Europe is where that big skill gap is. Just like how it's the 5th and 6th place spot in North America. So yeah, I don't think, even though they're only 1 place apart, on paper, there's just too big of a skill gap between these teams for Rec to lose. So I like this point in the season, because now all we got to do is look at the standings, and we could basically say, all right, this team's pretty much going to win because this is how they played all of league play, right? We don't have to take any big guesses. And then Singularity versus Endpoint. God, this is kind of a tough one because Relating Wave really popped off last week, but I have to give it to Singularity. Singularity looked like the better team. Like Tho and Nolly, they actually look very good together. I think Singularity will take that 7th place spot in North America. Like I said, if Godsmilla starts doing stuff, they could easily be a top 6 team, but Godsmilla, but the reason they aren't is because Godsmilla just doesn't perform. Noli hitting some insane angles. Tho has been really good mechanically as well. I really enjoy watching Singularity sometimes because those 2 players really do put on a show. And you also got to remember, Singularity has an easier schedule these last 2 weeks. Endpoint don't. Endpoint has to play Mouse next week. Singularity plays the ASM, worst team in Europe, and then they play Endpoint, who I think is below them. So Singularity should be coming out with the 7th place spot. Unless, honestly, Mousesports, Barcelona, and Reciprocity could all end up in that 7th place spot if they lose these last 2 matches of theirs. But I don't see it happening. It's not going to happen. No way that happens. Then Dig versus Veloce. Dignitas. I think they're a top 2 team in... Well, are they a top 2 team? We're going to find out. But right now, Dignitas is looking like a top 2 team. So I don't want to count them out. I'm going to give it to Dignitas 3-2. Veloce did show up for a couple weeks in a row with Casio, showing us some insane offense that they've never shown us before. But then they didn't show us anything last week against Mouse, and they got swept by Mouse, and they were right back to their old play style, not really getting a lot done on their offensive half. Fuck, I can't even speak. I have to give this a Dig. I'll give it 3-1 because I do assume that Veloce is going to come out playing like they normally do, and not like they're not going to come out playing like they did week 4 and 5. If they came out playing like they did week 4 and 5, then they definitely would have a shot at winning, but I don't know. Barcelona versus ASM. Barcelona all day. ASM's the worst. Let's look at the standings. They're 0-7. They're about to be 0-8. Yeah, 3-0. Maybe going to be 3-1, but yeah, nothing. Easy win for Barcelona. In fact, I think Flakes is just going to 1v3. Then, last match of the day, Renault Vitality versus Mousesports. Vitality, we thought originally that they would struggle for top 4, because they started off the season really bad, but now that, I mean, now they're just looking like the best team in North America, in Europe. Fuck, I can't even speak today. Sorry, I'm recording this at 7 in the morning. I just woke up. I can't speak. Vitality. I think Vitality actually take this. I think 3-2. I was going to say 3-1, but Mouse has shown us that they play up to their opponents, and they kind of play down to their opponents. You know, that's just the kind of team they are. Or that's just the kind of team they are. They played very well against Dig, but then they played very poorly, I'd say, against TSM. But then they played fine against Veloce last week, so I hope they're going to carry that momentum over. Put on a good show against Vitality, but man, K-Dop, Fairy Peak, Alpha, all of them just playing like they're nuts, dude. They're just nuts. If you watch any of their games the last few weeks, you can't vote against them. They're insane. It's crazy. They're all unhuman. So yeah, that's my predictions. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. One thing I want to mention, I don't think I actually gave my prediction for Energy versus G2. I have no. I just looked back. I have no clue why I didn't say anything. I got someone talking about it. I didn't actually give a prediction. I'll be honest. I really don't know. This could easily go either way. Energy coming off a loss against Cloud9. G2 against a loss against Ghost Gaming. Look, I have to give this to G2. I have to. NRG's been looking a little shaky this season, but But G2 hasn't faced any top tier opponents. They faced 2 top opponents, PK and Ghost Gaming. I say top, meaning top 6, good opponents. Demolished PK, got demolished against Ghost Gaming. I have to give this a G2 still because NRG lost against Cloud9, got swept. They looked bad, right? They really did. I don't think that that's going to continue this week. I really don't. But, God, it's a hard one. It's a hard one. I think both teams are going to show up. I really do. I think Energy and G2 are 100% going to show up. And I'm looking at a Game 5 overtime type of game. This match will be just as good as the Vitality Dignitas game. I hope. I think so. Right? I still have these teams in my top 2. But actually, no. Actually, they can't be. Remember, like I said, after this match, one of these teams are out of top 2. Unless SSG and Sonics start throwing, then yeah, I mean, because then G2 could beat Sonics next week. Who knows, man? Oh my god, it's crazy. These last 2 weeks are crazy. This schedule, like, there is no clear first place winner, and there is no clear like bottom relegation spot loser. It's crazy, dude. All right, I don't want to ramble on any longer than I have already. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you haven't, and peace.